Welcome to Confessing the Faith, a theological and devotional walk through the 1689 Baptist Confession of Faith. I'm your host, Sam Waldron. I'm one of the pastors of Grace Reformed Baptist Church in Owensboro, Kentucky, and the president of Covenant Baptist Theological Seminary. In this talk, we return once more to Chapter 8 of the 1689, one of the longest and richest of the Confession's chapters, and this is our sixth podcast on the subject. In these podcasts on the glory of Christ's person, we have briefly considered his specific personality, unqualified deity, true humanity, and sinless integrity. But all of this requires at least one more comment. We must bow before and see in all of this the mysterious complexity of our great Lord. Here we stand confronted with a great and glorious mystery. Our Lord is one person with two distinct natures, sinlessly held. All these truths that we have looked at must be held together. His specific personality, unqualified deity, true humanity, sinless integrity. All these truths must be held together to be, and to claim to be, an orthodox Christian by the standard of the early creeds of the church. This great and complex mystery is summarized by Christian theologians in a phrase that I want you to know and understand. They call this the hypostatic union. Now, this phrase may sound a little mysterious, but it affirms that the one person of the eternal Son of God unites in himself both the divine nature and human nature, but without confusing or mixing them. The 1689 follows the Creed of Chalcedon very closely here and asserts three things about this hypostatic union. It asserts the fact of the union. Two natures, the human and divine, are united. The confession says two whole, perfect, and distinct natures. It speaks of the character of the union. It says that these two natures, in spite of this union, remain different and distinct. The confession says that they are united, but without conversion, composition, or confusion. And then it speaks of the means of the union. These two natures are united by the person. The confession says, inseparably joined together in one person. That's what the term hypostatic refers to. Hypostasis is the Greek way of referring to a person, a real person, a distinct person. All of this may seem, of course, a little complex and difficult. It certainly is mysterious, but it is also, I want to say, absolutely necessary for us to understand and for it to be true if the gospel of Christ itself is going to work. For the cross of Christ to redeem one person with both a human and a divine nature had to die for us. Without the hypostatic union, the cross cannot save. Christ had to be both God and man in two distinct natures for men to be redeemed by his death. He had to be man to be a substitute for men. He had to be God for the human nature to sustain the weight of eternal suffering for sin in a few hours. Yes, the hypostatic union is mysterious, but it is also most necessary and most essential for the gospel of Christ.